Hello, Collective. This is Janine, your celestial messenger, here with another message to give to the collective. Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This is for entertainment purposes, and if it is something that you might resonate with, please take it as you will. I did want to talk about something though, real fast, before I get into the reading. I wanted to talk about the divine. The divine is love. Um, One of the prophets, which was Jesus Christ, did mention that the kingdom is not of this earth. The kingdom of God is within all of us. We carry that spark, we carry that light. We are also a part of the tree of life, where the trunk is source, and we're all branches off of the source. So, in order to remain as one with source, the source of all life and love, we should raise our frequency up to a higher frequency. Now, I wanted to discuss lower frequencies. Lower frequencies are people that gossip, envy, and have jealousy. They steal, they lie, they cheat. When one acts with those lower frequency, that is not love. When people manipulate, that is not love. And also, when you pour into yourself, you're showing Source that you love yourself, which means you love Him. So, that being said, I wanted to let you all know that that's what my thoughts are for today. I wanted to mention that. I also wanted to let you know that I send all my love and light to you all. And I just want to operate out of my highest frequency when I give these messages to you, so that you do not drop in your frequency. I want to keep you high vibrational. I want you to think about all those lower frequency issues that I did bring up. And also, when somebody comes into your life, they're there for a purpose, no matter what. Be it good, be it bad. Life is about lessons. And if we could get through these lessons, and when something bad comes at us, and we say, what can I learn from that experience? Then you have a greater knowledge of yourself. And so always remember to remain in a high frequency of love and light, which is what Source of life and all light wants us to do. So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful to be here. I have so many things that I'm grateful for. Every day we need to show gratitude. But I'm going to use the Thoth deck today. This is the Thoth deck. And it is a little bit hard to understand, but I'll try to guide you guys through it. This is kind of a serious reading, but I was guided to do this reading today. So I'm going to give 3 shuffles. We're going to draw 10 cards, and then I'll clarify those 10 cards. So here we go. But first, let me cleanse the area so no bad spirits are around. Let me offer gratitude and thanks for Source and Spirit to be within me to give you these messages. I call in Spirit now. Source, please give me the messages that I need to give to the collective today. Also, Source, love and light, please accept my full gratitude for the collective to be here today. I also ask that all monitoring spirits go deaf during this reading, and I ask for peace, power, and love for everyone that listens to this reading. Here we go. I'm going to give 3 shuffles. 1, 2. Also, I do not read reversals in this deck, this particular deck. It's just a little bit harder to read reversals in this deck. So, here we go. First card out is your 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is stability, structure, and manifestations. It looks like we're going to talk a little bit about manifestations and stability and structure today. Okay? And that is a sword, so that would be your air signs. Air signs rule Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Your second card is, sorry about that, Sati. That's 10 of Cups. That's abundance, actually. So we're going to be talking about 10 of Cups today. And Cups is your water signs, which is Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Third card out would be 8. This is 8 of Wands. And this is Prudence. Wands are fire element that has to do with Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Fourth card is the Moon. The Moon is also could be dreams. It is also could be illusions. We'll see what we must discuss with that deck. That card, excuse me. And then the 5th card is the Empress. The Empress is a very beautiful card, Empress. She is full of love, full of life. She gives life. She's open to receive. She never chases. She attracts all abundance, all things. She knows that source, the love and light, is within her and through her. That's a very good card. I like that card. It's one of my favorite cards. Your next card is Truth. This is the Ace of Swords. And once again, this is air sign. So this has to do with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But this sign, the Ace of Swords is usually some truth. Next is 6 of Wands. That's fire signs again. That is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And that is a victory card. So far, really good cards. Your next card is the Sun. That is happiness. That's total joy. Just shining your light bright. Source is shining his light bright upon you. This is a very good card. This is all about things that make you happy, things that make you have joy in your life. It looks like you all are pretty much all happy and in your highest frequency of love and light. And then your next card is the 3 of Pentacles. This is Earth sign. So your Earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and let me think, what's the other one? Virgo. So that's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. That's a pentacle that has to do with Earth. And this is the Death card. The Death card really doesn't have anything to do with actual death. It is just something ending. It's nothing to be scared about at all. Well, there's a lot going on in this card. But let's find out about all this. So first off, the card, the Sword of Four. Like I said, this has to do with stability. This has to do with structure and your manifestations. It's a truce card. So with that card, let's see. I will let you know. So swords. The sword is having a truce. It looks like a big part of the collective may have gone through some sorrow or sadness. So what this card is telling you is rest from the sorrow, yet after and through it, peace from sadness, and after war. It's time for relaxation of anxiety, quietness, rest, ease, and plenty. Yet after the struggle, goods of bliss life, abundance is usually coming out of this card. So you have abundance coming in, which we could tell there's abundance because you have the Ten of Cups. Cups has to do with abundance. It's a water sign. Growth, abundance. So let's look that one up and see. It's like water, so that has to do with Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. It's okay, but my dog, he thinks he's hearing something. He makes me happy though. Definitely makes me happy. So that's very protective. Okay, so we're going to do the Ten of Cups. And it does definitely have to do with abundance. A lot of cups there. Ten of Cups is permanent and lasting success and happiness, because inspired from above. As above, so below, as above. Not so sensual, though, yet almost more truly happy. Having pleasure, quietness, peacemaking, kindness, generosity, and having dignity. So even though you may have gone through a time of trouble, you have come through that, and now you're on the road to abundance. And how can you get to abundance? It would be by being prudent. It's the Eight of Discs. So the Eight of Discs is Eight of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite cards. But here is disc and this stuff deck. So usually that means walking away from something that no longer serves your higher good. So the Eight of Discs is prudence. It says, over careful in small things at the expense of great, penny wise and pound foolish, gain of ready money in small sums. That means you're industrious in cultivation of land. So also means that it could be lacking in enterprise or lacking something that really didn't work out in your favor. So you might want to take a look at what's in your life you might want to walk away from. And that can bring you great abundance and happiness and abundance. Okay, the moon card is next. I'm going to put that right there so you can see it, since it's the major arcana card. The moon card. This is really about illusions. Not seeing something clearly yet. Maybe what you have to walk away from to get the happiness and abundance. The moon card is also a Pisces card. This could also mean something about intuition. Since it's Pisces, it's water. It's a water element. And once again, water element is your Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So this card represents a state of impure honor, hidden darkness, which must be passed through before light can be reborn. The moon is therefore the most universal of the planets, partaking at once one of the highest and the lowest. At the bottom of the card moves the sacred beetle, bearing the sun through the darkness of night, above the evil landscape of the moon. A stream or path of the serum, tingled with blood, flows between two barren mountains. On the hills are dark, sinister towers. On the threshold stands the jackal-headed god in double form. At his feet are the jackals waiting to devour those who have already fallen by the way. So this card, I'm going to say you had to walk away from illusions, deception, bewilderment, something that was not really for your higher power, or you might have to walk away from that, something that is giving you illusions, it's giving you confusion. So whatever in your life is giving you confusion, once you walk away from it, you will have abundance and happiness. So let me show you. Okay, once you walk away from this illusion, we'll come in. Okay, this is the illusion that you are possibly going through right now. Once you walk away from this illusion, I'm not sure, it could be different for everybody, something that has you confused, you will gain abundance. That's beautiful. And you will gain happiness. And you will gain more happiness. And then, reverse the roles if you have to. This card is the Emperor, Empress. This is somebody who calls in. A very good manifester. Somebody who calls in everything. She or he has all the tools available to call in everything abundant. Everything to give birth to. You might be giving birth to something. Maybe your own business, maybe a new job, maybe a new relationship. I mean, it all depends on your own circumstances. This is a very good card. It's where you want to be in the Empress or Emperor. Attitude, I guess it would be. What do you call that? Just got lost for words. Your attributes. You want to be the Emperor and Empress. Okay, and this card means love, beauty, happiness, pleasure, success, completion, good fortune, elegance, luxury, friendships, gentleness, and delight. It is a Venus card. She is seated in the traditional posture. The posture represents salt, the inactive principle in nature. The lotus is the feminine or the passive power. Bees on the robe may be compared with the deflowers, suggesting the French origin of the symbol. The belt is the zodiac. The pelican may be identified with the Great Mother and of her offspring. It represents the continuality of life and inheritance of blood uniting all forms of nature. The white eagle typifies salt, and the white light of the nature of silver. So this is love and beauty and happiness, pleasure, success, um, anything you could absolutely desire. Okay, will come to you when you get into this Emperor Empress um, stance, or when you get into this way of thinking. Remember, they do not chase; they attract. Okay, definitely. And this is a Libra card because it's from Venus. So, for just what I see right now, hey, you have some illusions that may have been in your past or may be going on right now or coming forward. But once you walk away from that illusion, you will be going to happiness, wish fulfillment, and abundance, which is all areas of your life, wealth, home, happiness, stability, um, which is your stability card right here, structure and manifesting. You will get into this energy of the Emperor Empress. So that's what we have so far. Now, let's read the second row. And this is the absolute truth, okay? The Ace of Swords is opportunities, new beginnings, is the truth. In all the cards, this is the truth. So, Swords is air. It is also Gemini, Taurus, no, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What's your Ace of Swords? And the Ace of Swords represents very great power for good or evil, but invoked. And it also represents ruling forces and strength through trouble. It is affirmation of justice, upholding divine authority. It may become the sword of wrath, punishment, and affliction. This card represents the first of the mixed elements, and as the result of the union of the water and fire. In the center is a sword, implying kinship, which pierces a crown with 12 points with the 12 signs of the zodiac. This is also the strength. It's having strength through trouble, strength within trouble. New beginnings by having strength. It's probably after you walk away from the illusions. This card here, the illusions. Next is your Six of Wands, which is victory and success. Usually, it means harmony, cooperation, and teamwork. It's a victory. Wands is fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, let's see what we can get out of that card. The Six of Wands. It's a victory. It's triumph in the suit of fire. Jupiter in Leo. 3 wands of the 3 adepts in arranged order. 9 flames burn as lamps. This is having energy, and its reception and reflection by the feminine are typified. So this is a feminine aspect card. And it's victory after strife. Love, pleasure gained by labor, carefulness, sociability, and avoiding of strife, yet victory therein. Also, let's see, having success and riches, the whole dependent on of the dignity of source. So it's having a victory. It's celebrating. It is something to be happy about. You're having a victory by Being careful, avoiding strife in your life, kind of walking away from the strife right here. You're walking away from something that has caused strife in your life, which would more likely be delusion. And after all that will come the sun. This is a major arcana card. I like the sun. It's beautiful. Look at how bright it is. Got the cherubs down there. Two people that are playing in the sun. You have the crab. You have actually you have all of the zodiac signs here. This is Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Oh gosh, you can't see that. We have Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius. We have Pisces, Aries. So all the signs where they all become one with Source. Source is the light. Remember that. So this is total happiness, total fulfillment. You want to be right there. Okay, that's where you want to be. You want to be in the light, the big, beautiful light. All of you are light. You're light beings. Within us, like I said in the beginning, that's what I wanted to tell you. We all carry the kingdom of God within us. We all carry Source within us. And Source is not about any negative influences. It's only about positivity. God does not like war. He likes peace. God does not like bad. He likes good. God does not like evil. So these are all on the same frequency, but the frequencies could be either higher or lower. Lower frequencies are, like I discussed earlier in the reading, your envy, your jealousy, the gossip. That's a lower vibration, but happiness is living through love and light. Just pure love and light. So, this is also a trump card. It's a major arcana card. And the sun. This card represents the Lord of the New Ayin, the Lord of Light, life, liberty, love, and the complete emancipation of the human race. The green man represents the fertile earth, but the presence of the wall shows that the eon does not mean the absence of control. The twin children are represented as dancing outside the wall because they typify the new stage in human history, the stage of complete freedom from the restrictions imposed by such ideas as sin and death. So this card's meaning is glory, gain, riches, triumph, pleasure, frankness, truth, shamelessness, manifestation, recovering from sickness, but sometimes it is a death and rebirth. It is killing off your ego. And it is, well, it's not really killing off your ego because you need your ego for certain instances. Your ego is there for protection. It protects you. But it is a death and a rebirth. To where you can finally get the gain, glory, riches. Remember, as above, so below. As below, as above. We live in this light. We're all light beings. And, of course, we all are in this great circle of the earth. We're here on the earth. So, as above, so below, as below, as above. This is having many riches, much happiness. And it's by releasing yourself from something. Probably from the illusions that you have going on. Illusions can be envy, jealousy, ego, having too much of an ego problem, geez, illusions can be a lot of things. So once you release it, that's where you come. You come and you become one with the universe, with Source. Because the kingdom of God is inside all of us. It is that light. It's that spark. Okay, your next card is 3. Threes represent group, growth, and expression in this particular deck. And that is your 3 of discs. So it has something to do with earth signs. Your earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The grounded people. It's ground. It's as below. It's everything in the earthly realm. So that has to do with work. This card represents a pyramid viewed from above. The base is formed of the 3 wheels, which typify Mercury, sulfur, salt. This means the material establishment of the idea of the universe. So this is all material. Working with constructive force, building up, having creation, erecting, realization, and increase of material things, gain in commerce, transactions, rank, increase of substance, influence, cleverness in business. You're keen in matters of gain, sometimes given to seeking after impossibilities. It's business, paid employment, and commercial transactions. So that has to do with the earthly realm. And looks like you'll be successful in your work. Death card is an ending to possibly this illusion. Okay, we're gonna do this so you can see. And when that happens, you get the Sun, and you become the Emperor, Empress, which is love and light, and you can manifest. Most of your manifestations will come in because you're operating in a higher frequency. So let's look at the death card. Death is not usually a real death. It is having something ending. It's moving away from something, moving away from the illusion. Whatever illusions you might be having, it's bringing an end to that illusion. I mean, people can even bring illusions to you. So, once you understand that there's something that's off, okay, let's talk a little bit about illusions. When people bring you illusions, you're going to know if you use your intuition, if it's an illusion, if it's not good for you. Whatever's in your life is not good for you. For example, people. Have you ever had that feeling whenever you talk to somebody, afterwards you feel real tired and drained, just so exhausted and drained? That could possibly be an illusion that you may think that the person is good for you, but in all actuality, when you feel tired and drained, what they're doing is sucking your life force, your light out of you, because of the illusion that they're giving to you. So you definitely want to kill that. Give death to it. Death to the illusions. You want to be a seeker of truth. So that is also a court card. It's a major arcana. It's not a bad card at all. It's just something needs to end in your life. I wouldn't be scared of it. It looks like a scary card, but it really isn't. It's just something needs to be put to end. Okay, we're going to read about the death card. It is the Scorpio card. It's associated with the water sign. The alchemy sense of death is not so much destruction as change. Thus, we have in this card the scorpion, representing primal energy, always ready to commit suicide, according to legend. When heavily beset, be prepared to undergo any transformation which will permit its continued existence in different forms. Thus, potassium thrown upon water becomes ignited and accepts the embrace of the hydroxyl radical. The fish and serpent here represents have been objects of worship in cults, which taught the doctrines of resurrection and reincarnation. The central figure executing the dance of death, the skeleton and centurion figures. On his head he wears the crown of Osiris. The influence of Saturn is expressed in the negative aspects of death, as representing those essential forms which are not destroyed by the original changes in nature. The positive and creative side is seen in the sweep of the sisal, okay, which calls into being bubbles, symbolizing new lives. You see all these bubbles? That's all new life. So once you put it into something, something good's going to come out of it. New life, a new life force. This, the highest aspect of the card is the eagle. The eagle is right here, which represents having everything from above a solid manner. This card means transformation, change, voluntarily or involuntary. In either case, logical development of existing conditions, yet perhaps sudden and unexpected, apparent death or destruction. But such interpretation is illusion. So, by getting rid of whatever illusions there are in your life, through this card, you will have happiness. Total, unfiltered light and happiness from the divine source. So, that is a good reading for you. You do have to release something. Only you will know what that is in order to gain abundance, happiness, stability, having a stable foundation, and your outcome would be the archetype of the Empress or Emperor. But before I go, I wanted to give you a real quick affirmation. So I'm just going to open up a book of affirmations. And I think this goes with today's reading, because you have to get rid of some kind of illusion that you're holding on to in your life in order to gain happiness and get into the traits of the Emperor and Empress. So the absence does not make the heart grow fonder, but it sure helps heat up the blood. Okay? And also, never go to bed mad. Never go to bed mad. That's what I have for today. If you go to bed mad, you usually wake up mad, or you have bad dreams. So you want to keep your frequency high. Mad is also a negative trait. You don't want to hold that in too long. It's okay to get mad because we're all human. I mean, none of us are perfect. We are all human. We can have jealousy, we can have envy, but once we recognize that in us, all the negative traits, we want to try to not really bury that, but acknowledge it and try to raise your frequency into love and light and get creative and look at what you could bring and what you have gained instead of focusing on the negativity. So that's what I have for you today. I know that was kind of a serious reading, but I wanted to let you all know that we are part of the tree. We are part of the source. We carry that spark of love light inside of us. The kingdom of God is not on this earth. It is within us. It's our soul, which can die out, which can burn out. That's why there's some people that are draining of your energy. They act in the darkness and they seek the light because they cannot spark their own light. They don't have their own light in them. Those are your sociopaths and your sociopaths and psychopaths. They have no conscience, they have no light, they have no love. If they do, it is love for themselves and then greediness. So you definitely want to recognize some of the negative traits you might have and try to correct that by, because that's low vibrational. You want to get your frequency up high because God is love. God is light. Source is light. Source is love. And we belong to the tree of life, which is the trunk, which is our Father, the source. And we're all branches, and we all branch out. So, remain in the light. Peace, love, and joy to all of you. Thank you, Collective. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. And thank you for being here with me today. Goodbye.